Hello, this is Dangerous Minds, and I'm Richard Metzger. Today, joining me from his home in Winchester, Virginia, is the author Joe Bageant. He's written a great book called Deer Hunting with Jesus, Dispatches from America's Class War. Joe, thanks for joining me today.
It's nice to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
So, Joe, you have a very unique perspective on class and our supposedly classless society, and the stated goal of your writing is to explain the lower working class white American to liberal readers. So I wanted to know, first off, what do you make of this sad spectacle of these Republican mobs who are showing up for the healthcare town hall meetings?
Well, that's the surface of the phenomena, really. That's what you're seeing in the media, you know, the staged theatrical production. You know, we live in a theater state, and so, you know, we think that we're watching a discourse or whatever, but what you're looking at is a staged, you know, theatrical event. You know, nobody's discussing what the thing really says, or nobody even knows to a large degree. It's been a 1,000-page document, but I'm a big believer in that. Media has shaped our consciousness to the point where we see everything in terms of a production. We don't really ever see the real events, the power players behind it, and that our consciousness, by and large, is managed. Even liberals who consider themselves really enlightened only get a portion, and they get a liberal dose of the same thing. Well, so I don't believe the healthcare debate, as we see it on TV, is real.
Right. Well, you know, during the last election, I, like a lot of people, I was horrified by what I saw at the Palin, the McCain-Palin, I should say, of supporters. But when the votes were counted, and I thought, okay, this is fantastic. Bush is out, Obama is in, and I was quite happy to have an intelligent man, you know, in the White House for the first time in a long time. But now, with the Obama administration backing away from the public option for health care, I start to think this is not what I voted for. And what I'm wondering is, do you think the change could actually be affected from within the system, or are we seeing perhaps maybe the limits to yes, I can right now?
I think that significant change like that cannot occur within the system. And that's why it hasn't. That's why Truman couldn't get health care. That's why Nixon couldn't get health care. That's why Eisenhower couldn't get health care. No, it can't. You know, you voted for what you thought Obama was. I voted for Obama, too. I mean, I worked on his campaign. But, you know, he's interiorized the system in which he came up in. In the first place, you don't get to be a president or a senator or a congressman until you're thoroughly vetted by a system. You come up through it, you learn the rules, you internalize its values, and lo and behold, you arrive on the scene looking pretty much like all the rest of the people that are on the scene. Can he change that? No. Would he know how to change that? No. No solutions are going to occur to him that you haven't heard before. You know, when you grow up in the box, you are a product of the box. I don't know what to say about it because everybody is pretty convinced that the political machinations that they see on a screen represent their will. You know, no, it can't be changed within it. You have a system. The system is the problem. It is the problem, you know, so.
Well, when you mentioned the box and thinking outside of the box, I mean, the political base of the Republican Party, traditionally the party of the wealthy elites, now consists mostly of sadly misinformed, culturally, historically, scientifically ignorant, lower-income whites. Why are the lower classes then so eager to throw in their lots with those who would exploit them and what makes somebody eager to vote, I guess, against their own economic interest?
Well, let's take two parts. Let's take that in two parts. In the first place, there's only one party, the party of business. It has two faces, Republican and Democrat. Theoretically, we have a choice between two things that are not the same. Moreover, they're exactly the same. The second part of it is that the Republican base seems to have a different element these days. It strikes us as that. What you have is a large number of people who the very language for discourse is taken away.